Hi everyone and welcome to this very special Michael Pulman show. It is Friday the 9th of October 2009 and I am on my own this afternoon for this show. I have no manager and we'll get on to that in a minute, but first off, welcome to the special Bathurst preview of the Michael Pulman show, and this will be going up today. There's been 2 other episodes this week, so it's been a very hectic week. Now let's move on to the reason why my manager John is not here. Now we've been keeping this under wraps, and it's time for the big announcement. We did the videos yesterday, in the morning, and then John rushes off to Hamilton because his wife Amanda has just given birth to their first child. So huge congratulations from me to a great manager and a great friend, and congratulations on your new baby boy. I believe his name is Aaron, is that correct? You'll correct me if I'm wrong on Monday anyway. So have a great weekend, and I'm very honoured to divulge this news onto the YouTube service. So that's bottom line. John is not here because he is with his newborn baby, who I've seen photos of this morning. He's absolutely beautiful, and congratulations, John. Okay, let's move into the Bathurst preview. Sunday, the 11th of October 2009. The Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Now, Bathurst, if you're into V8 supercars, you'll know what Bathurst is, and I'm not gonna. It is a endurance race, Holden versus Ford. 161 laps, so it is truly the greatest motorsport spectacle in the world as far as I'm concerned. You have the Blue Oval versus the Red Lion. I mean, Ford, Holden, 161 laps around Mount Panorama, which the track is truly a mountain. You know, what more could you ask for? And, the greatest Bathurst moment that I've ever witnessed is, on actually a negative note, Paul Radisich, 2006, slamming into the barrier, and the Team Kiwi Holden. Now, that was a monumental crash, and he survived. Undoubtedly he's not racing now, and I personally think it's because that crash scared the living crap out of him. And even seeing it on TV, it was just amazing that someone could survive something like that back in 2006. So, but the biggest race win for me at Bathurst was 2006 as well. Craig Lowndes and Jamie Whincup breaking Holden's streak on the mountain, and it was so good to see a Ford win, and it was just, and that's all I've got to say, because it was absolutely brilliant. So, Bathurst weekend usually for me consists of Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I just sit down, watch the TV, and watch Bathurst days, and when you have Bathurst, you have not only a race, I don't want to sound like I'm dribbling on, but you have an event, it's sensational, and I'm a sport nut as it is, and last weekend, we've just had the Cameron Tour fight, we had the grand final, and now we're having Bathurst, and followed by the All Blacks in a couple of weeks. So sporting is really at its pinnacle at the moment, despite the recession. And really, if you're going to watch Bathurst, enjoy it. That's all I can say. Enjoy it, and enjoy it, because it only comes around once a year. It's an Australian thing. It's a V8 supercar thing. It's like Melbourne Cup Day. It's a race that stops a nation. You know what I mean? It's like the Melbourne Cup stops a nation. Bathurst stops a nation. I mean, over here you have, I don't know really what event you would have in New Zealand, but it's events that stop a nation, and Bathurst is one of them. It's the World Cup final of V8 Supercars, in all honesty. It doesn't matter what points you've accumulated during the season. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're first on the ladder. It doesn't mean if you're last. Bathurst is every driver's dream to win, and you can feel that way watching it, if you know your sport, of course. So, Sunday, 10 to 10 in the morning, the festivities start on Channel 3. Of course, you've got qualifying tomorrow, but Sunday is the day to watch, as we all know. And Uncle Gary, you'll be watching this. You're a red man, I'm a blue man. The better manufacturer will win, and I guarantee you it's going to be Ford. So, yes. Unfortunately, John, my manager, will probably not be watching it because he'll be quite busy with a new baby. And of course, he goes back to work on Monday. I'll probably be doing the show on my own for the next few episodes because, I don't want him, I've already made it very clear, stay at home. And he has to anyway, with a newborn baby, it's very, I noticed when my nephew was born last year, we were very, very involved with, as you would be. And it was the first few days, it was just full time, and John will be going through that right now, so all the best of luck. But a new baby, I mean, it's just a great feeling, It doesn't matter if you're a nephew like me or you're a father, It's just such a great experience, to have a newborn in the family, and it's just like a ray of sunshine, and watching them grow up is a very honouring, you see them learn. And Hunter, my nephew, is about to walk, he was so close to walking this weekend when we had him down, and it was absolutely just gorgeous, and but enough of that silly stuff. Bathurst Sunday and Saturday this weekend. I should have said Saturday and Sunday, but you know me. What's coming up for me next week? I have tech. Hence the reason why we'll be doing episode 3 on Monday night. Probably around 4 o'clock we'll be recording. So we will keep these videos going, but as I said, tech is very important, and I've got one more module to do this year, plus resets. So I'm hoping to be all done by the middle of November, which I don't think is really a tough task. So a long holiday coming up. This year actually seems to be just like a long holiday, without school and not all the bullshit of school, like fucking, this is due in today, this is, tech is very different, you don't have due dates, you have one due date, November 22nd, you have all the time in the world, but you do one thing after the other, and trust me, you do not want to leave it to the last minute, as many of my classmates have done and are now pushing shit uphill, I'm just thankful that, I've completed most of my stuff, so, yeah. So, once again, final comments, congratulations to you, John. Hopefully I'll be seeing you in the next couple of weeks. These videos will continue, and we will keep doing a good job. I know we're doing a good job. I've got a decent amount of views on YouTube, so I'm relatively happy. So, 20 seconds to go. Final comments. Go Dick Johnson Racing on Sunday. Bring it home. And don't leave a hole in the top 10. That's all I can say. Watch Bathurst. Enjoy it. Stay real. Stay cool. Whatever else you want to call it. I've got to go. See ya.